morning and welcome to Dollars and Cents with Freedman Financial on North Shore 104.9. I have to continue to remember that the point is no longer there. It's now North Shore. Well, the point is there. I'm trying to make the point, but we are North Shore 104.9. So welcome once again, another Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. I'm here providing you with financial advice in a language you can understand. And that's what we've been doing here for almost 8 years. Hard to believe that. Once again, my name is Marc Freedman. I'm president and CEO of Freedman Financial, located in Peabody, Massachusetts, right across the street from the North Shore Mall, right above the restaurant Alto Forno. If you haven't visited there in a while, it is great. The new manager, the new chef there, the new head chef, Matt Marquis, does a great job. He's fixed up the menu a little bit. Lots of great choices sitting at the bar. I mean, that seems to be the place where everybody wants to go first, is to sit at the bar. Plenty of beautiful seats inside. They've decorated the place phenomenally. And no, they don't pay me for saying that. They actually, and people say, oh, you must eat there every day. Actually, I don't. They're not even open for lunch. This is just a dinner place, and I have eaten there for dinner quite a few times, though. I will admit that. I actually like the drinks at the bar. Quite good. But thanks for joining us. We are here, once again, like I say, we're here to provide you with financial advice in a language you can understand. And it has amazed me over the past several weeks, maybe even months. I'm amazed at the number of people who are actually tuning in, not just to the show on Sunday, but are downloading the show and listening to it via podcast. I've never been one that downloads much in the way of podcasts. My son is really into it, Jerry. He loves these meditation podcasts and these spiritual awakening podcasts and some of these health and nutrition podcasts. I don't get it. I don't know. I just like to, when I drive around in the car, I just like to listen to music. I feel like, I worry, honestly, I worry. Just like, you know, if you're reading a book, you read a book oftentimes before you go to bed because it helps you fall asleep. I kind of feel like if I'm listening to a podcast and I'm driving, I might find myself driving off the end of the road. Will I also be falling asleep at that time? I don't know. I just like listening to the music, grooving out to that. But podcasts are something that people are downloading and listening to. I had a gentleman in my office this past week. We were sitting talking, and he says, hey, I was listening to one of your podcasts, and he's referring to the hot dog eating contest. And if you're first time listening to this show, you may not know what the hot dog eating contest is even all about. But in the month of October, when the Topsfield Fair is in town, I run a booth called the B'nai B'rith booth, which is a very popular, one of the most popular booths at the fair. But last year we added a hot dog eating contest that happened at the tree and on stage. And as I'm listening to him, I say, geez, we talked about that back in October. Well, apparently he downloaded the October podcast, and he talked about beneficiary designations that I made recommendations about, and talked about life insurance, and talked about death planning and investment. I'm like, I forget I even talked about that stuff. So what I thought I'd do today was kind of do a little bit of a back to basics, because it's clear that people are tuning in. I never know what the actual number is of people that are tuning into the show. I certainly appreciate it because I do get lots of calls from you. I do get questions that come through our website, and people do stop by as well. By the way, if you do want to sign up for our free weekly newsletter, it comes out every single Friday. It has been coming out since March of 2009, so think about that. That's more than 10 years. That's almost 600 issues that we have been sending out of planning pointers to listeners. We now have 7,500 people subscribed. You go to our website, freedmanfinancial.com. That's Freedman, 2 E's and a D, financial.com. Go to any page on the website. Scroll down to the bottom. You'll be able to put in your name, your email address, and if you want to send me a message like many people do, send me a message, ask me a question, talk to me about something that's going on in your life. We can certainly address all that kind of stuff. Or of course, if you want to just schedule some time in the office for a free initial consultation, our phone number, 978-531-8108. That's 978-531-8108. Give us a call. Happy to talk with you. No, you're not going to get farmed off to some minion who works in some big corporate office. You're going to get me. Me or Marion, my business partner. The two of us do this together. Marion's been on the show many times, so feel free to give us a call. We'll talk to you. We'll make sure it makes sense for you to come in for an initial appointment, and then we take it from there. No pressure, no worries. But oftentimes people ask, Mark, what happens in one of these initial consultations? What should I be preparing for? What should I be looking for? Well, I thought I'd give you a little bit of background on what happens there. So let's walk through the process. Let's say you finally come to a point in your life where you've said, you know, I've got all this stuff scattered everywhere. I'm beginning to think about my retirement, Perhaps I'm approaching retirement. Maybe I'm even in retirement. But I just feel like I need to get my financial house in order. And that's usually the first trigger point that people have when they think about wanting to work with a financial advisor. I want to get my financial house in order. So what do? After you call the office, chat with us a little bit, my assistant Jody will send you out an information kit. And in the information kit, we talk you through our approach to financial planning, what to expect during that initial consultation. And if you don't want to wait for the kit, by the way, you can actually find all that information right on our website, freedmanfinancial.com. That's Freedman, 2 E's and a D, financial.com. Up in the upper right-hand corner, it'll say what to expect or learn more about Freedman Financial, something like that. I don't have it in front of me. And you'll see the drop-down, and it walks you through the process of what to expect. I tell you everything. I mean, you want to know how much it's going to cost? It's there. You want to know what happens in a meeting? You want to know what happens in a review meeting? It's all there. Today, though, I thought I would really dig in, pull back the curtain a little bit, and share some information about what it is that we do. So, we send you the kit out, and the kit asks you to begin to prepare for the initial meeting. It lets you know that our initial consultation is going to run about an hour and a half, and there are no worries for you having to walk out there, out of my office thinking, oh my God, is he going to make me sign something? Is he going to make me do something? In fact, if you ask to sign on with us that day, I'll tell you no. That's right, I will say no. This is a big decision because we have a process that we want to go through so that you can feel comfortable that you're making an informed decision. So let's walk through what happens. We send you the kit. In the kit, you'll find our fact finder. The fact finder asks you to start filling out information about yourself. Of course, there's the basic demographic stuff, but it's going to ask you also to try to gather bank statements, investment statements, insurance policies, pay stubs, tax returns, information about your home, your mortgage, your estate documents, wills, trusts, deeds to your house, any of that information. Maybe you've put together a budget for yourself, maybe you haven't, that's okay. Bank statements, all that stuff. And you might say to yourself, oh my God, that's a lot of work. I don't know if I want to go through all of that. Well, that's the wake-up call. That's the initial wake-up call to ask yourself, am I being serious about wanting to get my financial house in order? Because I'll tell you, most folks that come to our office for that initial consultation with that stack of stuff, they say, it was a pain in the neck to gather it, but I'm so glad that I'm doing this now rather than under duress to gather it all and hopefully see if I can work with somebody who can help me put this all in order. So you come to my office with this stack of stuff. You bring the fact finder. Maybe there's other pieces of information you have, and on the very back of our fact finder, there's plenty of room for you to write whatever questions you want. And I want you to write questions. That's the whole idea. Ask your questions. Ask whatever you want. And there's nothing that is off the table. Yeah, some of our meeting turns into some counseling because oftentimes we find that the husband or the wife or the partner just simply don't share a lot of the same concerns or questions with each other when it comes to money. And part of my job in that meeting is to pull a lot of that out. So we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to go behind the curtain. We're going to go into the conference room and examine what happens in an initial consultation. You've just walked in the door, you've brought all your stuff, you've brought the folder, I've greeted you, I've walked you to the conference room, we've closed the door, we've sat down, and now what happens? Stay tuned, we'll be right back. You're listening to Dollars and Cents with Freedman Financial on North Shore 104.9.